You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. All right, you guys, like, share, and subscribe as y'all tap on in. Appreciate all y'all gonna join us on this stream, man, and we definitely gonna get into it. My bad for the delay, you guys. Appreciate all y'all in the building, man. And shout out to man, the beautiful T Satels, man, over there looking like $1 million. Oh my God. I saw her talking about this earlier today. And I knew it had to be something else, man. I just knew it had to be something else. And this guy, when she showed this guy, he's very credible because he has somebody that's a family member or somebody that's close to him. I forgot if it was a family member or it was a close friend that's locked up in the same facility as Sean Diddy Combs, man. And so I knew his report was credible because he's made past reports before the news even made it on Diddy and what's going on inside that prison. He the one that came out before TMZ, before everybody, with the whole alcohol report. Remember when Diddy got caught with that stuff? He came out and reported it a day before TMZ did. And nobody else reported it before this guy. And everybody was just like, what is this guy talking about? He was right. This guy, he got somebody on the inside, whether it's a family member or whether it's somebody, he got a friend, a family member that he talked to that's right inside there with Diddy and that's giving him all the information. If you guys go look on his account, it's just like T said, told y'all, if y'all go look on that account, it basically was up there. If y'all, let me say this again. If you go look on that account, to when he put out his report, it was up there. He had his report up there before anybody else did. I was like, damn, dog, this dude had it. He damn sure had his report up there before anybody else did. So that's without a doubt that he had his up there. But man, oh man, oh man, bro, what a web we weave. So basically, he is alleging and accusing Diddy and saying that no, all these people that was out here saying that Diddy was defending himself, lie. Lies what the brother's saying. The brother's saying that he's told by somebody who's directly in the prison that Diddy is the reason why the whole fight started. And not only is Diddy the reason why the fight started, and this coincides to what the ex-prison ward for Rikers Island said to TMZ yesterday. He says if Diddy's in solitary, I mean, they pretty much put it on Diddy, right? If he's in solitary, right? If Diddy's in solitary, they pretty much blamed it all on Diddy. And so he is reporting that Diddy has not only jerked off his time that he had made good, he's been removed from that program from what the allegations are saying, right? Now let's get into what he's saying. Now, again, you can go look at his channel. He put out the report about Diddy being in the fight a day before TMZ did, a full day before TMZ came out with that report. Everybody thought TMZ broke it. He broke it. I just forgot that he was putting out that information. He normally puts out great information, bro. I know he looked like, you might look at him and say, hey man, who is this guy? Bro, the dude put out the information he putting out. He knows somebody that's right there. So anyways, they said that Diddy apparently was smoking in an area you wasn't supposed to be smoking cigarettes in. And he got jammed up allegedly. And after he allegedly got jammed up, that the guards came and searched that whole area, shut down that whole area, and searched everybody in that area, and they came up with multiple cell phones. Well, they said that the inmate was heated at Diddy because he was smoking in the wrong. He the one who allegedly caused the search, right? According to what this guy says that the person that's locked up with Diddy is telling him. So then he says that this is how that whole fight started between Dude and Diddy, because they were so upset at what Diddy had did that is how that fight got started, right? And he's saying that Diddy is allegedly out of the program and that, you know, his time is screwed. Let's go ahead and listen to what he said. And shout out to the beautiful girl Tisa again. I heard her talking about this before earlier today.
Now TMZ and everybody else are posting a story about Diddy in solitary confinement that I dropped last night. They late, but they don't even got the whole story. Let me tell you the whole story. It's crazy. Now, last night, if you follow me, you already knew about this, but now everybody talking about it. Let me tell you what happened with Diddy. They're saying that it was a fight, but nobody knows what the fight is over except me. The fight that Diddy got into it with one of the inmates that got him put in the hole was over two things: cigarettes and cell phones. Let me explain. First, the cigarette. Of course, yeah, people say, well, you could have cigarettes in Fort Dix and all that. Yeah, but you can't smoke in certain areas. And what did he do? He smoked in the area where other inmates were at and got in trouble by the officials. And guess what that caused? That caused the prison officials to lock down that area and search the area. When they searched that area, they found 3 cell phones. I can't confirm for sure if one of those cell phones is Diddy. They saying it was or not, but one of those cell phones was for sure the inmate that Diddy ended up fighting. The inmate got pissed at Diddy because he was smoking in that area and got everybody in trouble and got his cell phone took, so they got to fight. Now, if you listen to TMZ and the rest of the blogs who don't get it, who don't have the information, they just say the guy dissed Diddy. Now, it's deeper than that. So as a result of being put in the hole, you know, they have zero tolerance of fighting. Diddy is kicked out of that program and will be doing his whole sentence. Make sure you follow me if you want to know what the hell going on, because they taking my stories and they giving me credit, and I don't like it. What if I...
Now, he's got a point, because if you go back, like Tisa said, and look at his original post, he posted the whole fight situation before TMZ and before anybody did. He posted this shit 24 hours before TMZ posted it. If you go back and look at this dude, he be on top of this shit, bro. I can't even cap. This cat be on top of this shit, man. You know what he talking about, man. And I told you, he was the one that came out, and before TMZ, he reported that Diddy had got caught with the wine. He reported this before TMZ came out with that report. Before all the other news came out, this dude was out here putting his news out here, and everybody was like, what is he talking about? Nobody believed him. Nobody believed him until TMZ came up. When TMZ came up, right? That's what happened, right? When TMZ came up. Now, let's get to this right here. I want to show y'all this. Hold on. Let me get to this, right? TMZ. I want to show y'all. Because he put this out here, man. And I was just like, damn, dog, this nigga put this shit out here. And he put it out there before anybody else did. Now, let me show y'all this, right? Now, once again, this is before TMZ and anybody else put this shit out here. Let me put this up here for y'all. I got to show y'all this, bro. This is wild, man. I was like, damn. Kept it 100 on paper like Wilt, right? So, let me, hold on, you guys. Hold on. Let me put this up here for y'all. Hold on, you guys. Because y'all got to see this first. That way you guys will know that this dude got some real credibility, bro. And this ain't the first story. This is the third story this man don't broke on Diddy. I'm like, damn, dog, how the hell is this dude getting all the information? But somehow he getting all that info, man. He knows the people that's in there. He already said this before. He got somebody that's in there. I remember when he said it before. He got somebody that's in there that he talks to on a regular. So here it is right here, bro. And I'm going to play it now. You guys can see this is before TMZ put this out. Now listen to what he said right here. Right? Listen to what he put. He put Diddy just got in huge trouble. And this is before, a day before TMZ put that out. Now let's get to this right here. Remember, TMZ put it out yesterday. He put his out 2 days ago. Once again, TMZ put out their report yesterday. Read the left bottom of the screen right there. He put his out 2 days ago. TMZ put their report out yesterday. Right? Let's get into this.
I know I got family locked up with Diddy, and I just
see
got the news that
he got family.
Everybody, Diddy.
So that's hold on. That's what it is. He got family that's locked up with Diddy. That's how he getting that report.
Wait, y'all know I.
So it's kind of credible that he's saying this stuff, because if you got family that's locked up with the dude, they're seeing him every day. They're knowing what's going on. They knowing the politics and everything that's going on. So he came out again. Look, he came out 2 days ago. TMZ just reported this yesterday. He came out a whole full 24 hours before TMZ. Now watch what he said, y'all. Let's put it in here. And wait, here's the thing. People was telling him when he put this in there, I'm going to show y'all the comments later on. People was telling him he was lying. People said he was lying. The first time he came, I remember the first time he came on too, when he was talking about the wine. People said, oh, nigga, you lying. Nigga, what you talking about? He's like, nigga, I ain't lying. Then the very next day, TMZ came out and put out the article about that. Then he put this out, and then the very next day, TMZ put out the article about Diddy, acting like they ain't know this dude right here got all the information. He got somebody that's locked up with the nigga that's telling him everything. Family member. Now let's get into it.
Oh, I got family locked up with Diddy, and I just got the news that before everybody, Diddy just messed up bad. You're going to want to hear this. Share this. Diddy has just been put into solitary confinement. And I'm going to tell you what he got put in solitary confinement for in a minute. But first, let me tell you what that means. Y'all know the program that was supposed to have Diddy out early. They was talking about he was going to get out pretty much next month. Well, he is officially kicked out of the program. He's going to be doing this whole time. Now, let me tell you what he got put in solitary confinement for. First of all, he got put in solitary confinement because he was, you already know. But it wasn't what you're probably thinking. It was cigarettes. Also, he has been put in solitary confinement because he was caught with a cell phone. Crazy. So now he's about to have to do his whole time. And mark my words, you heard it here first. Share this because in probably another day or so, TMZ gonna be talking about it. Everybody else gonna be talking about it. But Diddy is doing his whole time. He's in solitary confinement, and I guess I like it.
Now, so he didn't even talk about the fight. He talked about that Diddy was in the hole. He talked about the cigarette and the cell phone. But then when he called his contact back and found out why Diddy got put in the hole for the cigarette and the cell phone, what the whole situation was, that's when he found out that there was an actual fight. But TMZ didn't even have this information. TMZ was just like, oh, Diddy held his own. TMZ was just like, oh, Diddy held his own. Diddy held his own. TMZ just found out about a fight. Now, come to the next day, this dude finds out about the fight. Now, let's look at this right here, you guys. Let's go. Let's go right now. Let's go.
TMZ and everybody else that are posting the story about Diddy in solitary confinement that I dropped last night. They late, but they don't even got the whole story. Let me tell you the whole story. It's crazy. Now, last night, if you follow me, you already knew about this, but now everybody talking about it. Let me tell you what happened with Diddy. They're saying that it was a fight, but nobody knows what the fight is over except me. The fight that Diddy got into it with one of the inmates that got him put in the hole was over two things: cigarettes and cell phones. Let me explain. First, the cigarette. Of course, yeah, people say, well, you could have cigarettes in Fort Dix and all that. Yeah, but you can't smoke in certain areas. And what did he do? He smoked in an area where other inmates were at and got in trouble by the officials. And guess what that caused? That caused the prison officials to lock down that area and search the area. When they searched that area, they found 3 cell phones. Now, I can't confirm for sure if one of those cell phones is Diddy. They saying it was or not, but one of those cell phones was for sure the inmate that Diddy ended up fighting. The inmate got pissed at Diddy because he was smoking in that area and got everybody in trouble and got his cell phone took, so they got to fight. Now, if you listen to TMZ and the rest of the blogs who don't get it, who don't have the information, they just say the guy dissed Diddy. Now, it's deeper than that. So as a result of being put in the hole, you know, they have zero tolerance of fighting. Diddy is kicked out of that program and will be doing his whole sentence. Make sure you follow me if you want.
So now all the dudes that was on YouTube telling y'all, oh, Diddy didn't do nothing, man. He was getting attacked. Cap. Dude, see how dudes put out lies? And this dude put out the whole story. And go back and listen to the wine story he put out. You just go to his TikTok. He put out the whole wine story a whole day before TMZ put it out. This man got somebody that's in his family that's in there watching everything that Diddy do. And he's coming on here breaking it before TMZ breaks it. That's wild, bro. That's wild. But again, it's a small world because Diddy's locked up with people. So you know how many people probably asking people that's in there that's saying, hey, man, how many people y'all got? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with Diddy in there? They probably getting all kind of intel and information. Right? But this dude's information has always checked out. That's the one thing I'll say about this cat. His information has always checked out, yo. His information ain't never been cloudy, fake, none of that shit. That's why I was surprised. I was like, damn, this nigga information always checking out. You know what I mean? Now I was just like, man, this is crazy, bro. You know, his information on Diddy checks out, bro. The information he puts out on Diddy, yeah, he definitely knows somebody that's in there, man. He definitely knows somebody that's in there. So I got to give him that because he's breaking down alleged specifics. Now, these are his allegations, right? But guess what? It's going to reflect because when Diddy's next update comes out, for when he gets out, when that next update comes up. So everybody who was saying, oh, dude set him up, Nope, that ain't what brother saying happened. This brother saying that's not what happened. This brother saying something else completely happened, right? This brother saying it's something else completely happening, right? So again, he been saying a lot of different things, man, surrounding Diddy. And a lot of those things have checked out, right? A lot of those things he said have checked out. Like I said, all y'all got to do is go back to the whole wine situation. He reported that a day before TMZ. And TMZ damn sure came out and reported that, What else? He's reported a few other things too before TMZ. But his Diddy, he definitely got somebody that's in there right there beside Diddy. And I guarantee you, Diddy's probably trying to think if this words got back to him, who the hell is coming out there? Who the hell knows this? Right? Somebody I know he has to feel that way. Like, who the hell knows this, man? Like, what's going on, man? You know what I mean? So that is the situation, man. That's the situation, bro. I wanted to see if I could show y'all the thing where he put up about the wine, because I remember he did that. He went viral for that too. He put that up, and then TMZ came out the next day. And you guys can go check out the reports too, because those reports came out the next day after he put that out. And all you gotta do is just line up your dates. If you line up your dates, you'll see exactly what we talking about if you line up the dates. Right? That's all you gotta do. Hold on, let me see something here. Yep, here it goes right here. Hold on, let me see. Hold on.
It's been a lot of controversy, and I don't like it.
Hold on.
Now, unless you live under a rock, Diddy have been locked up and already caught up in some bullshit. They said that Diddy Combs was not caught with him.
Hold on. Let me see. So, yeah, I can't remember which video he did it. But yeah, he said his family was locked up with Diddy, yeah. That's what he said.
I told y'all I had family locked up with Diddy in Fort Dix. Y'all told me I was capping. And I told y'all some news last week that just hit today. And I like it. Diddy is in big trouble. But I told y'all what happened. What if I told you? I did. Last week I came on this internet and told y'all I had family locked up with Diddy. And I told y'all a lot of inside information about stuff that was going on that TMZ and none of the other people reported on. And y'all was like, oh, it's cap, it's this, it's that. I told you he had a three-way call that he got caught doing, that you can't have three-way calls in Fort Dix, and he got in trouble. And look what just broke. Sean Diddy Combs' life in prison includes a job chapel, drug treatment, and discipline over a banned phone call.
Yeah, now let me show y'all this. So he did this too. And if you go back and look at the date, he did this too. He damn sure was talking about it. Let me show y'all this. Hold on. I want to show y'all where he was saying this stuff at. It was crazy how he was saying this stuff, man. And this stuff was just popping up. Like, what the hell is he getting this information from? Hold on. I said, how the hell is this dude getting this information? I want to show you guys this. Yeah. Let me put this on the screen.
J-Lo, Diddy's on your ass.
Hold on. Let me get off this. Hold on. I want to put this on the screen for y'all. Y'all got to see this shit, bro. This dude right here, bro.
Who would have thought Fort?
I said, this man right here, he got the info, bro. He definitely got the juice. Let me see. Where was that shit at?
My family
Was it
is
right here?
actually locked up with
Okay, here we go right here.
right now, and I'm getting so much information. Check this out. That TMZ and nobody is reporting. Listen to this. And I like it. So what's the odds of my family?
All right, here we go, y'all. I'm about to show y'all right here what he's talking about. Let me show y'all what he's talking about, y'all. Show y'all what he's talking about right now. Here we go.
Right now, and I'm getting my family is actually locked up with Diddy in Fort Dix right now, and I'm getting so much information. Check this out. That TMZ and nobody is reporting. Listen to this. And I like it. So what's the odds of my family being locked up with Diddy? But check this out. I've had news on how he even got there. First of all, I'm going to tell you everything he's been telling me, and I'm going to keep spilling the beans as I can. First of all, when Diddy came to the Fort Dix, for him to even ask to go there, he needed permission by one of the big time inmates there. And the inmate accepted Diddy, but he had to reach out to them and say, hey, will you accept me into your prison? The inmate. Crazy stuff. And that's not it. Diddy has already got in trouble at Fort Dix. In Fort Dix, they have a rule where you cannot make three-way calls or be on a three-way call during Now
stop it right there. Look at the date he said this at the bottom. Look at the date he said that at the bottom. December the 11th. Look at the date. November the 6th. November the 6th, 2025. It's backwards because of the wording, but that's November the 6th, 2025. Y'all see the date on the bottom of your screen. November the 6th, 2025. Right? Now, peep game now. Peep game. Peep game, y'all. Peep game. Right? Peep game. I want everybody to peep game right here. Because this shit get real. This shit get too real. Right? Now, let's go to the next one. Oh, no. Let's stay right here and let's finish this up right here for what he said right here, right? I want to finish this up right here, right? Now, hold on, you guys. All right. So watch this. Now, y'all see the date, right? Now I'm finna show y'all this. Play it again.
A jail Diddy in Fort Dix right now, and my family is actually locked up with Diddy in Fort Dix right now, and I'm getting so much information. Check this out. That TMZ and nobody is reporting. Listen to this. And I like it. So what's the odds of my family being locked up with Diddy? But check this out. I've had news on how he even got there. First of all, I'm going to tell you everything he's been telling me, and I'm going to keep spilling the beans as I can. First of all, when Diddy came to the Fort Dix, for him to even ask to go there, he needed permission by one of the big time inmates there. And the inmate accepted Diddy, but he had to reach out to them and say, hey, will you accept me into your prison? The inmate. Crazy stuff. And that's not it. Diddy has already got in trouble at Fort Dix. In Fort Dix, they have a rule where you cannot make three-way calls or be on a three-way call during a jail call when you call it home. Well, normally, if you get caught on a three-way call at Fort Dix, you have to go in the hole. Diddy has already been caught, but he already getting favoritism. They didn't put him in the hole. They just wrote him up. Also, Diddy has a special room that could fit 12 people. Now, how did he get this special room? the inmates or the prison came together. Somehow Diddy paid off and getting all type of favoritism. But he has the supply room. So they took the supply room and made it to a special room for Diddy. And it fits like 12 people, but only Diddy's in there. And what if I told y'all know the exclusive footage that TMZ had of Diddy, the first footage of Fort Dix? That actually came from an inmate, and Diddy and TMZ allegedly paid this inmate $8,000 for the footage. So another thing that's going on right now, there are so many phones and shit coming into Fort Dix because everybody is trying to get pictures and videos of Diddy so they can make money. It's crazy. Follow me. I'm going to continue to tell y'all what's going on in Fort Dix.
Now, you know how I know he's telling the truth about that when he said that? Because how was TMZ getting all those photos and videos of Diddy? Remember how TMZ been reporting and getting all these photos of Diddy in prison? So how the hell is they getting all these videos of Diddy walking on the yard? He said this way back then. This is how I know this dude information was legit. He said this shit way back then in November of last year. Like, yo, they got phones coming in there. Like, everybody trying to get a phone, man, to get money, to get, you know what I'm saying? So you got to ask TMZ, how the hell is TMZ getting these videos of Diddy walking on the yard? Because if a guard's car doing that, they're fired. Right? So how is TMZ getting these videos of Diddy walking on the yard in prison, in the library, in all these different areas? How they get that? Wasn't a cop in the library that took that photo. The prison guard or that took that video of Diddy walking in the hallway. That had to be somebody else had TMZ got that video. Now, peep game now. Peep game now. Now, look at the date, y'all. It was November the 6th. Now, I want to show y'all this one right here because this one's very important, the next one. Now, remember, he already told y'all about the phones, people trying to get in there. He told y'all they didn't write Diddy up the first time. I mean, they didn't put Diddy in the hole. They just wrote him up. So he said they were showing Diddy favoritism. This is all the allegations he's been making against Diddy. And a lot of this stuff is crazy because when he was talking about the three-way calls, this is what he was talking about. It wasn't a liquor, alcohol. It was a three-way calls, he said. And remember that came out too about the three-way calls? Well, that was all in the media. And he put it out first. Let me put this out here for y'all and show y'all what I'm talking about right here. Now, let me play this for y'all. I want to show y'all what I'm talking about. Now, look at the date. The date is the 11th now. That's the 11th of November, 2025. Look at the date in the bottom of the screen, right? Now, watch this, y'all. He came out now he already told y'all what happened on the 6th. Now, this is the 11th after the reports came out. He said it first, and then the reports came out after that. Go look this up, y'all. And watch this right here.
Well, when I told y'all I had family locked up with Diddy and Fort Dix, y'all told me I was capping. And I told y'all some news last week that just hit today. And I like it. Diddy is in big trouble. But I told y'all what happened. What if I told you? I did. Last week, I came on this internet and told y'all I had family locked up with Diddy. And I told y'all a lot of inside information about stuff that was going on that TMZ and none of the other people reported on. And y'all was like, oh, it's cap, it's this, it's that. I told you he had a three-way call that he got caught doing, that you can't have three-way calls in Fort Dix, and he got in trouble. And look what just broke. Sean Diddy Combs' life in prison includes a job chapel, drug treatment, and discipline over a banned phone call. That's November 10th. I told you this November 4th. And wait, there's more to it. But look, this is y'all. This guy is just saying anything for a bunch of clicks. Y'all always think nobody give a fuck about clicks. If I'm getting some news, I'm going to bring it to y'all. And I've been proven once again. But listen. An unauthorized team called the Bureau of Prisons prohibits inmates from adding multiple people to a call, and inmates can only speak to people on call lists. But the craziest part is what was done on these calls. It ain't just crazy that you motherfuckers thought I was lying and I've been proven right for the billionth time. But it's crazy because Diddy was ordering 200 singles and having money brought illegally into the prison and devices. I should be getting another information on the jail call tomorrow because Diddy not getting out on good behavior or none of that shit. I'm telling y'all that now. But I'm going to find out more. Make sure you following me. And I don't like it. I told y'all.
Now, this is why. Now, when he came and said this 2 days ago, when he came out and said this 2 days ago, before TMZ, I said, yo, this nigga ain't lying. When he came out and said this 2 days ago, before TMZ, I said, yo, he ain't lying, bro.
Wait, y'all know I got family locked up with Diddy, and I just got the news that before everybody, Diddy just messed up bad. You're going to want to hear this. Share this. Diddy has just been put into solitary confinement. And I'm going to tell you what he got put in solitary confinement for in a minute. But first, let me tell you what that means. Y'all know the program that was supposed to have Diddy out early. They was talking about he was going to get out pretty much next month. Well, he is officially kicked out of the program. He's going to be doing this whole time. Now, let me tell you what he got put in solitary confinement for. First of all, he got put in solitary confinement because he was, you already know. But it wasn't what you're probably thinking. It was cigarettes. Also, he has been put in solitary confinement because he was caught with a cell phone. Crazy. So now he's about to have to do his whole time. And mark my words, you heard it here first. Share this because in probably another day or so, TMZ gonna be talking about it. Everybody else gonna be talking about it. But Diddy is doing his whole time. He's in solitary confinement, and I guess I like it.
Now, if y'all look, the comments over here, right? Let's see what them comments were saying when he first put this out. Now, remember, he put this out before TMZ and everybody else. And I want to see what them comments was looking like. I told y'all the other comments was flaming his ass. Oh, nigga, you a liar, nigga. You clout chasing, nigga. You don't know nobody, nigga. You lying. They wait for the white man to tell y'all the shit. TMZ. They waited for Harvey to come out. When Harvey said it, they was like, oh, it's the truth now. This dude been telling the stuff, and they ain't even been giving this dude his credit. Now this was after that, right? Now, watch this.
Everybody else that are posting the story about Diddy in solitary confinement that I dropped last night, they late, but they don't even got the whole story. Let me tell you the whole story. It's crazy. Now, last night, if you follow me, you already knew about this, but now everybody talking about it. Let me tell you what happened with Diddy. They're saying that it was a fight, but nobody knows what the fight is over except me. The fight that Diddy got into it with one of the inmates that got him put in the hole was over two things: cigarettes and cell phones. Let me explain. First, the cigarette. Of course, yeah, people say, well, you could have cigarettes in Fort Dix and all that. Yeah, but you can't smoke in certain areas. And what did he do? He smoked in the area where other inmates were at and got in trouble by the officials. And guess what that caused? That caused the prison officials to lock down that area and search the area. When they searched that area, they found 3 cell phones. Now, I can't confirm for sure if one of those cell phones is Diddy. They saying it was or not, but one of those cell phones was for sure the inmate that Diddy ended up fighting. The inmate got pissed at Diddy because he was smoking in that area and got everybody in trouble and got his cell phone took, so they got to fight. Now, if you listen to TMZ and the rest of the blogs who don't get it, who don't have the information, they just say the guy dissed Diddy. Now, it's deeper than that. So as a result of being put in the hole, you know, they have zero tolerance of fighting. Diddy is kicked out of that program and will be doing his whole sentence. Make sure.
So there you have it, man. And this is crazy, man. Like when people got people that's on the inside and they really put out information that we're watching, you know, wild work, man. Wild situation, man. Very wild situation, you guys. And again, this is one of them ones where I'm looking at it like, man, damn, you know, like that. That's how I'm looking at it. But let's get into this, y'all, because I really want to talk about this, man. And like, share, and subscribe as y'all come in here. Bro, this is sad, bro. This is serious right here, y'all. This is sad, man. Let me tell y'all something. This David case is way worse than I ever thought it would be. And we ain't even got a trial yet, bro. That trial is going to be hard to watch. This David case is worse than I ever thought that this case would ever be, man. Do y'all not read what's on your screen right now? It says that David was accused of Nathan Rivas and asking her to abort in the text. Let's go through this report. Prosecutors have showed alleged text messages between David and Nathan Rivas, as well as alleged explicit photos. Jesus have mercy, man. Explicit photos, man, of the two. Come on, man. Man, you can't be this bad, bro. There's no way in God's green earth, man. You can't be, man. There's no way, bro. I'm truly saddened. I truly am. It says the preliminary hearing of Celeste Rivas' murder case continues to levy damning allegations against David. He is accused of having an inappropriate relationship with her and unaliving her. According to Los Angeles Times, LA detective Corey Farrell testified yesterday, you guys, Friday on the 24th, that the text messages with the girl suggest that David, put it in her and convinced her to get rid of it a year before she passed away. Not only that, but the officer also testified that, the prosecutor also testified that David's phone contains various images of those two in sexual situations, man. The messages are from November 2023 until March of this year, or last year. Per the messages, you guys, prosecutors displayed in court the two allegedly had plans to live together. The teenager allegedly called it Operation Awesome. Her family reported her missing in February of 2024, which is when they allegedly discussed their plan. As for the alleged pregnancy, the artist asked her, "When you going to get it done?" And she allegedly replied with 2 days. He allegedly asked her if it was his, and she expressed regret over it months later, after she affirmed that it was his. And he has pled not guilty to the sex abuse charges against him, man. That's wild, bro, man. Bro. Per the court records, David and this girl alleged relationship began a few years after meeting her in 2022 when she was an 11 leader. 11 leader, y'all. Take the word leader off. I'm saying that so I don't get, they don't. 11 leader. Right? She was 11 leader and he was a 17 leader. More specifically, it was at some point in 2023, his alleged of her was in April of 2025, according to prosecutors. She was a 14 leader when she died, per prosecutors. And her body was found a day after what would have been her 15th day. Right? Other updates include crime scene photos of her and harrowing descriptions of other alleged evidence. However, his legal team is pushing back on prosecutors' claims. For example, they scrutinized prosecutors' claims that the singer's DNA was found in a bag which contained her. But here's the thing: can they contest what's in that phone, though? See, y'all keep talking about that. Contest what's in that phone. Say what's in that phone is cap. This is the same thing I told y'all about Andrew Tate when they said that they had the PDF allegations on him. You either got it or you don't when it comes to that, bro. That's not something you dance around. You either got those or you don't got it. Which one is it? I'm truly saddened, man. Dude is he gave his whole life away, man. He gave his entire life away, you guys. Over stupidity, man. But guys, I have something crazier than that. Crazier than that. Now, you know I ain't gonna do that on this channel. Let me talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this right here. So apparently, Drakeo the Ruler's security guard claims that YG had a knife during the fight. Right? Wow, this is crazy work, man. And yesterday we came and reported to y'all that, you know, they went and the SWAT team went and ran down on this dude and they raided him. You know, right before the verses with the game, the other day they raided him. You know what I'm saying? Early morning. Raided him. Boom. You know what I mean? And detained him, but he was released. It says Drakeo the Ruler security guard testified under oath about allegedly seeing YG at the festival where Jericho was fatally in 2021. It says YG, as you guys can see, had an unexpected prelude to his versus battle with the fellow Los Angeles MC The Game as just hours before authorities detained him in connection to a search warrant over the investigation of the murder of Drakeo the Ruler. He has denied any involvement time and time again, despite their beef, but other alleged sources say otherwise. According to the Los Angeles Times, a former security guard for Drakeo testified under oath that he saw YG brandish a knife and slash it in his direction during the 2021 backstage fight at the Once Upon a Time in LA festival, in which assailants fatally of the LA rapper. This information reportedly comes from a recently unveiled deposition excerpt, specifically from security guard Alric Cooper III's March 19th deposition last year. Cooper III reportedly alleged that YG was front and center during the fight and was one of the three men who brandished during the altercation. He also admitted or claimed the artist was wearing a ski mask, but he could recognize him due to the hazel eyes. Cooper also alleged that at least 20 to 25 people confronted the Ruler's entourage in 2021, and he only recognized YG. He claims the assailants trapped them near the artist's entrance wearing red clothing, and that the festival staff did not intervene in the closed two gates that could have separated or been escape routes, right? And they closed the two gates, So they're saying that the festival staff did not intervene and they closed the two gates that were escape routes. Wow, that smell like a lawsuit written all over it if that's true. It said the deposition reportedly surfaced last month in connection to Drakeo the Ruler's family civil lawsuit against festival organizers and security contractors. It also adds context to the execution of a search warrant on a Burbank property this week, which detained YG. He was not arrested, and no additional information about the warrant or this execution has been revealed at press time. YG denied involvement in the Drakeo the Ruler's murder, blasting the allegations against him in his new track, We Know the Truth, from his album, The Gentleman's Club. During a press conference with Complex, he said he addressed the rumors in order to move on with his life and quiet the internet chatter around him. A law enforcement spokesperson reportedly said they cannot comment as this is an open and ongoing investigation. When asked if YG was a suspect or person of interest in the murder, representatives for YG did not immediately respond to comment requests at press time. Man, this thing is getting crazy. This thing is getting very spooky, man. Very spooky, man. Very spooky, man. There's a lot of stuff being said about this situation, the murder of this young man, and we'll have to see in court how all these things pan out in a court of law. That's going to be the most important part, is how does this stuff pan out in a court of law, you guys? How does this pan out in a court of law, right? Once again, how does this pan out in a court of law? That's going to be a huge situation right here. You got a huge situation to really soak in and really talk about with you guys. It's going to be a big one right here, man. Like Fred Sanford used to say, you guys. Me personally, man, I definitely think that it's going to be, one of them ones, man. When I say one of them ones, y'all know what I mean when I say that. It's going to be one of them ones, in my opinion, right? And so I would advise everybody to pay close attention to this case because I think this case is going to get crazy in the end. Now, you guys, I have some more breaking news updates. Now, you guys already know that there's a guy on the internet that have been doing things to antagonize people, purposely doing things to antagonize people. And his name is Charleston White. And he recently got into an incident in Fifth Ward, Houston, right? He recently got into an incident at Fifth Ward, Houston with Jay Prince, I guess entourage, even though Jay Prince wasn't there. And Jay Prince is speaking out now as Charleston White accused Jay Prince's entourage of, popping at him and threatening him and all this other stuff, man. Charleston White to me is a joke, bro. Like, he goes around, this dude talked all that shit about Carmelo Anthony, man. He talked shit about Nolan Wells and said Nolan Wells, was probably a bias, what I'm saying, like men. Like, why would you do this to people, bro? I don't understand why people even respect Charleston White. Just think about this. Why would you demonize people that's dead, young people that's dead? You're supposed to be a dude that help young people, but you demonize young people that's dead that can't even talk about their own life, or people that's locked up, right? Make it make sense. And y'all praise him. Hey, man, but Charleston, man, he's full of shit, man. He's a liar. He's a manipulator. And he's a guy that have come out here and he uses these instances just to be able to go get some more money from somebody else on a podcast because somebody's going to pay him money to get views for him to talk about this dumb shit. So he creates situations. So he got to go back a reason. They have a reason to bring him back. But for some reason, these people don't understand this. So Jay Princeton came out and responded to this dude and says, never allow a maggot to draw you down to his level. A maggot will always beat you at being a maggot. Eventually, maggots become fleas, eating shit, agitating others, and spreading contamination until their last days. I lived with roaches, rats, and fleas most of my life, all trying to eat off my plate. Eventually, the universe rewarded them all, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper. To all the human rats, roaches, and flies who keep campaigning, eventually you'll be elected. Congratulations. Hashtag J Principles. And I told you guys, Charleston White have literally been campaigning, bro. He literally have been effing with people. This ain't even just Jay Prince. This is all across the spectrum. This dude have been harassing and bothering people in every single situation. How is he always present in every situation to talk shit about somebody, harass somebody, and talk down on somebody? You have to really think about that in the psychology of a person who does stuff like that. But you're supposed to be for the youth and helping people and all this other stuff. But you'll sit up there, and that boy Nolan Wells lost his life in a tragic way. We don't even know how he passed away to this point right now. It's not, but you'll come out and call that dude a homosexual. Come on, man. And y'all still let Charleston White walk around here like he got immunity, bro. It makes me sick. Then all the stuff he did to Carmelo Anthony, acting like he was supporting the family, and then went around with a stone cold racist, the Metcalf daddy, sporting around a watermelon felon t-shirt. Come on, bro, and selling it for profit. But this is y'all hero that's supposed to save the young fellas and save the streets. Y'all all ought to be ashamed of yourselves for backing a dude like this. That dude is complete low-level, low-class scum of the earth. Because only that type of person would do that type of shit, man. Only a low-level scum bag would do something like that. You have to be a bad person to do something like that, bro. And y'all come in here, y'all praise this dude every single chance y'all get. It makes me sick. It makes me sick, y'all. Right? Yeah, let me know what y'all feel, man. I'm sick of these people, man. Like, real talk, man. Charleston White, man, it's just, like I said before, man, it's disgusting that people still come praise him. And they act like he's some type of hero. What type of hero is he, man? Do y'all not hear how he talk about people who have not done anything to this man? Regardless of what you think about Jay Prince or whatever, what have Jay Prince done to Charleston White? All you've seen is Charleston White attack Jay Prince from day one. The same way he attacked Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony never said nothing about Charleston White. The same way he attacked Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells have never said nothing about Charleston White. Why attack Nolan Wells? He's sad, man. He's sad, bro. He's sad, bro. He's sad, man. He have become an absolute gimmick, a loudmouth joke. And y'all praise this foolishness, man. Shame on all of y'all, man. Like, share, subscribe, man. Real talk, man. I'm gone, man. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves standing behind a dude like that, praising a clown like that, man. Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.